Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. And for today, I had a couple of the bros hitting me up asking me which characters they should be considering for their free Tier 2 Mega Advancement ticket that we're going to be getting after the reset. So I wanted to put together a list of characters that you should ideally be considering based on their rarity and how useful they are in the current state of the game. However, before we get this thing started, let me just reiterate, this is my personal list and the value I have in these characters may be completely different when you look at how you play this game, right? So you, at the end of the day, have to make the decision on which character is going to enhance your gameplay experience the most, okay? Don't listen to what I say and just blindly follow it. Like my mama always said, right? Measure twice, so you only ever have to cut once. Okay, so even if I said a character is good, you want to make sure. So you want to double check and triple check if you need to, because after you use this ticket, there's no take backs. So if you drop this on Gamora or Hulkling in the current state of the game and you take them into a game mode and they just start dropping dead on you, you didn't do your homework, and I feel real bad for you. But like I said, measure twice, so you only ever have to cut once, especially if you are free to play, because we do not get these items very frequently. Okay, this is super rare, once a year type deal if we're lucky. Okay, boys, so keep that in mind. You're basically wasting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you don't choose a character that's going to be beneficial for you. In my 3.5 years of playing this game, I have only ever used one of these items, and it was still really hard for me to pull the trigger, even though I knew that the decision that I was making was a good decision. I still had to double check it, triple check it, and convince myself mentally that yes, this was the way to go, and that's what I wanted to do. So you should have that same internal process going on when you drop an item like this, because it's a lot of money you're using. Seriously, boys, with one click of a button. Well, technically it's a couple clicks. Anyways, boys, so that being said, I'll give you guys my personal list, but like I said, it's completely up to you. What you want to do. The first character on this list, boys, is actually going to be Luna Snow. And the reason why she's the first one on this list is because she's the only character on this list that can get to tier 3. She has the most potential. And once you get into tier 2, you're on your way to tier 3, right? So you're gonna have access to one of the strongest characters in the game, not just speed characters, but strongest characters in the game, right? Clearing all the way up to like stage 70 plus in World Boss Ultimate against Ebony, 60 plus against Corvus. If you care about pushing high stages in Shadowland, I'm pretty sure with the right CTP and the right setup, you can do over stage 100 with her. She's so freaking strong. On top of that, she's so safe, right? If you're a new player, you get her right out the gate along with Sharon Rogers, and they're gonna make your gameplay experience absolutely amazing, right? She's so safe, so strong, so fun to play, and once you get her to tier 3, she gets even better, especially if you have her in this uniform, right? She is absolutely fantastic. Multiple skills with immunity, multiple skills with healing, multiple skills with iframes, and she also have the Entice that works on world bosses. So she should be your #1 choice here, right? Luna Snow is absolutely phenomenal. Like, my build for her is not completed yet, but I'm already on like stage 69 against Ebony Maw. So just imagine if you give her like a CTP of Rage or Energy, you're pushing probably like stage 70, stage 80 easy against Ebony Maw. So yeah, definitely want to consider her as your first choice if you care about PvE, but she also has some PvP uses if you play her on manual. I've actually died with a couple meta characters against a Luna Snow because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't take her serious. That was when she like first got her tier 3, right? And I wasn't really paying attention. I'm like, why is anyone using Luna Snow in timeline battle? Is this guy crazy? Then she wiped my team and I freaking almost lost. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she's an amazing character all around. Next character here, Colossus, you should only be considering for your mega tier 2 if you care about getting Strife. If you care about getting Strife, he's a good option, but that is only only if you care about getting strife and you don't want to grind him the slow, painful way. If you're not gonna be in a rush to get strife, then I would say don't use it on Colossus, because he's a mid-tier character at the very, very most. He has some PvP uses and he has some PvE uses, but overall, if you don't want to rush to get strife, then don't use it on him, okay? Next up is my guy Marco. This is the one character that I've ever used a mega tier 2 ticket on, and I used it out of love, but he's also a very good character, really good damage, decent survivability, has healing, accumulation, immunity, iframes, all that good stuff. Absolutely love Marco, so that's why I used it on him, right? And if you use it on him, it would actually be a pretty good choice because he gets healing at tier 2, and that actually bumps up his survivability. Then we have Victor, another character that I absolutely freaking love, and he gets even better at tier 2, but at tier 1 he's pretty solid. You have multiple options when it comes to Victor, right? You can either pay the crystals to get him from the store right here, or you can actually just use a mega tier 2 ticket after you unlock him the first time. It's completely up to you, but it's going to cost you a good amount of resources, but he is definitely worthwhile, okay? If you love Wolverine, you're going to love Sabretooth even more until you get yourself a tier 3 Wolverine, right? Because Victor is actually an absolute badass. And then we have Gambit, one of the best characters in the game, the jack of all trade. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? He's absolutely amazing. He's a glass cannon though, so I would definitely prioritize somebody like Luna Snow over him because she's much safer and she has way better damage, right? So you want to keep that in mind. But Gambit's value as a character definitely depends on you having him at tier 2. The reason why I say that is even though he has really good damage on his 5th skill with the defense down, and at tier 1 you will wreck face with him, at tier 2 you're going to notice a massive spike in his damage thanks to the guaranteed crit rate and the chain hit working in conjunction with multiple hits on the 5th with the defense down just constantly stacking. So it's freaking awesome to play Gambit, and if you love him as a character, you're gonna love him at tier 2. He's absolutely fantastic. Next up is Valkyrie. Now Valkyrie's character in this game unfortunately doesn't live up to what I want her to be. However, there is a slight possibility that she could be getting something for in-game part 2, fingers crossed. But even if she doesn't, right, if you have some of the characters I mentioned previously, she's a good choice for the mega tier 2 because of her support passive. And contrary to popular belief, her damage is not garbage. She's a solid character offensively on her own, but her survivability leaves much to be desired. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Next up is probably the best character to use your mega tier 2 ticket on after Luna Snow, Nick Fury. Absolutely love Nicholas. He's an amazing standalone character. His DPS is awesome. Like at level 60, mine can do stage 50 Proxima, something that not very many characters can do in this game, right? And he can do like 55, almost 60 against Corvus at level 60. You know what I'm saying? Don't even have ooze on this man yet, so don't sleep on Nicholas, and you don't necessarily need the uniform. And even if you have it, it's not really going to change too much. All you're going to get is slightly better tier 2 passive and a slightly better 5th skill. Speaking of his 5th skill, this is actually one of the great things about Nicholas, because even though it says self, it can actually be passed on to your teammates, kind of like Warwolf 5th skill. So if you ever notice that I'm playing War Boss Ultimate, you'll notice that oftentimes I use Nicholas, and you'll notice I'll tag him in, hit his 5th skill, and then tag him out because I'm buffing the character that I'm tagging back in. So that's another great thing about him. Besides the leadership, besides the tier 2 passive, he also has a passable buff on his 5th skill, right? So overall, he is an amazing character. So after Luna Snow, definitely want to consider Nick Fury. Next up is Ant-Man. Ant-Man is an amazing character because of his DPS, but his survivability isn't as bad as people make it out to be because he has immunity, he has iframes, he also have healing, right? His time at ABX has come and gone, but he's still a force to be reckoned with. Even without an obelisk, he's stronger than most of my characters at tier 2 that have better builds. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see comparisons about him and other characters, I can definitely do that to justify what I'm saying. Like, he is an amazing character, and because of how hard he is to farm for in this game, you definitely want to consider him, because at some point, he's definitely going to get level 70, right? probably never a uniform because this is how he always looks in the comics, but Netmarble could definitely reach into their bag and put something together for him if they wanted to, especially since he's one of their cash cows along with Nova. I've spoken about Nova multiple times, so I won't go into detail, but you should definitely get Nova. He's a PvP monster and he's really good at PvE as well. Like, he has basically everything: the iframe ignore, he has invincibility, he has a guard, he has the ability to penetrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, overall, Nova is an amazing character and I can't say enough about him besides the fact that I really want a uniform for Nova. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely love him, so you definitely should pick him up. All you got to do is just literally go in the shop right here. Not the shop, Shield Lab, right? If you're free to play, and just go to Produce, go over to Universal, and you can get him right here. Right? This is how you want to go about unlocking him in case you want to grind him for free and not use your mega tier 2 advancement ticket on him. It's going to take you almost a year. In case you weren't around when I did it, to get all of the ultimates, all 3 of them, Anti-Man, Blue Marvel, and Nova, to tier 2, which I did manually, it took me 10 months, okay? It took me 10 months of grinding all 3 of these guys. So yeah, using a mega tier 2 ticket on him is gonna save you a lot of time and gonna give you access to him right away. And at tier 2, he is an absolute monster. Next up is Ghost Panther, and right after Nick Fury, he's the one you should be considering. So Luna Snow at the top, Nick Fury, then Ghost Panther, in my opinion, because he's an amazing character. I absolutely love him. Like, look at this freaking Panther, bro. Look how big this thing is, bro. It looks so freaking cool, right? It's definitely one of the coolest looking things in this game, but that's not where it ends with Ghost Panther. He's such an easy character to use because he has multiple skills that give him 5 seconds of immunity. You can keep him immune to damage basically all the time. His 4 and his 3 has immunity. His 5 is a long iframe. The overall is absolutely amazing because of his damage and survivability meshed together. And on top of that, he has an amazing tier 2 passive and a very good leadership that can buff himself and others like Jean Grey, Inferno, those other characters. So yeah, those are the characters I would definitely recommend you spend your tier 2 mega advancement ticket on. Luna Snow, Nick Fury, and Ghost Panther in the front. Everybody else kind of falls behind that. If you're rushing for Dr. Doom, because I know there's a lot of Dr. Doom love in this game, I myself absolutely love Victor, right? So yeah, she's a good option, but you can grind her for free, right? I actually have a good amount of her bios stacked up in my inventory right now because you get access to her mission. Where is she? Where are you, Vicky? I don't even know where she is right now. There she is. So these are all the bios that I've gotten for her since I've gotten her to tier 2. Just keep that in mind. So over time, you'll slowly accumulate a good amount of her bios. So it may not be the smartest choice to use your mega tier 2 ticket on her, but if you're in a rush and you just like, listen, I'm here now, Doom is in the game, I gotta play with him, right? Not a bad choice because Dr. Doom is awesome and Victorious is also a very good character. So yeah, boys, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know who you're going to be using your tier 2 mega advancement ticket on. Some of these characters I know are premium like Gambit, but you also have other means to get them. You can unlock them through the premium hero chest, which you can also get from, let's see. I think, yeah, I still have it. Okay, so right here from the special mission quest pack, you can get a whole bunch of these. And if you're lucky and you believe in Wanda and she feels like blessing you because you are worthy, you can unlock a premium character through there. Then you can get them up to 6 stars, whether with tickets, and then from there you can take them to tier 2, right? It's completely up to you how you want to get them to 6 stars, but for your tier 2 mega advancement ticket, you want to measure twice, so you only ever have to cut once. Okay, boys, let me open this right now and see. Wow, you see? Believe in Wanda and she will never let you down. What are the odds of me getting a premium character while I'm recording this to show you guys that it is possible? Nothing is impossible. Let's actually open this booty box and see if we can. Ooh, I thought I could cash in on my luck. Wow, that's not good. Anyways, boys, we're gonna wrap it up right here, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, let me know if you think there's anybody else that is deserving of being on this list. I know people are gonna ask about Blue Marvel, but honestly, in the state of the game, a tier 2 Blue Marvel is nice to have, but I don't think he's gonna make as much of an impact as Anti-Man and Nova. So I would say get him to 6 stars with ticket, unlock him from chapter 13-8, and grind him slowly through the process to get the extra bios if you need them. You're gonna get a couple from chapter 13.8, but I think you're probably going to need a little bit more, so you can grind them the slow way and get them to tier 2 so you're ready for whenever the ultimates get level 70, and hopefully year 25 with tier 3 would be nice. Anyways, boys, leave your thoughts in the comments, man. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.